now I'm just trying to get an even layer, so in areas where it's a little lighter, I'm going to color in slightly darker, and areas that are already darker, I'm going to try not to color over too much so that I can really get a nice even layer throughout. So you can see here what I have done so far. I still need this leg here, but again, I'm just doing an even layer all throughout, so it's just a flat color. If you don't know how to do that, then, you know, practice that. So you can practice just maybe on some shapes, maybe draw a square and try your best to make an even shade of color in the entire square. So there's no areas that are a little lighter and no areas that are a little darker. Just that the whole square or circle or whatever you want is an even shade. And another way to practice that is coloring books. So just knowing blending and even shading, you should be able to do coloring just like this. So of course these are the beginning stages, but obviously those are two things that you need to know how to do. So if you don't, then just practice and you'll be able to do this. So there we go so far. Now we're going to use the third color for the main body, and it'll be our third layer here.
I'm coming back to the start.
Okay, so you can see I have the head colored so far, and it's really giving me that nice reddish brown color that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to continue. When these little white specks come in, I just try to go on in there and get that. See, I got it. And then we can continue coloring around it and just evening it out like that. Okay.
I'm coming back to your heart. I surrender, take me. This is all I can bring.
Alright, so now I have the third layer on, and this is about the right color that I'm looking for. So we can move on and start adding some more coloration to this guy. So those two colors that we used for the first two layers, I really liked how they looked together. So I am gonna go ahead and use those two colors for a gradient sort of coloration that I want for him. I actually want this color to go way over here. Pretty much all of that part of the arm, and on the other arm it's gonna be all of that. That's gonna be this color here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I do the same thing over here. Down on his legs, I want there to be some around here. Maybe starting over here and down here like that. So there we go. And now we're going to do the same thing on the tail. So where I have this pencil mark here, it's going to be that, like that.
God is freedom, and He will feel your
what we have so far. We have a little gradient going there. Oh, I forgot the belly. I'm gonna do that a little bit on the belly as well. Where's my first color? Here it is.
This is all I can bring.
There we go, got some there on the belly. And now, I guess I'm gonna color the hoof. So the hoof is going to be, what color? Brown or cream? We're gonna go with the brown. So let's see if any of these work. I think I'm gonna go with the light umber, but don't want to make it too dark. I'm going to start out again with the main color of the body, just so I have kind of this underlayer that I can put to the light umber on top of, so that it has that kind of slight lighter tint to it. And I'm going to start out with a lighter layer and get darker as I need to. Okay, so I'm satisfied with that color. Okay, so I decided to put a little bit of this light cream color along the edges here, just to make it just even more of a slight gradient. And now I'm going to start darkening some of the brown areas that I want to be a bit darker, like the muzzle and the mane. So I'm going to start with the mane. So first I'm just going to put a little bit of the solid color, and then with an even darker one I'm going to start, putting in hairs in here. So there we go, I added some of the brown, and I try not to color as much at the very top because I do want some of those lighter colors to show there. So we are starting to get a little bit into our shading with our shadows and highlights. I gotta make the muzzle a little bit darker. Okay, so I made the muzzle darker with the same brown that I used for the mane. I'm also going to put a little bit on the ear because I think that would look cute. And bring it down the ear as a gradient. A little bit darker. Okay. So now I'm going to use dark brown to draw in some hair on this guy. So like this kind of stuff. Okay. Darken that. And we don't need to draw like a bajillion hairs. I'm going to start out with a few for now. Okay, so I just drew in a few hairs. And I also colored in the nostril this dark brown, so it's darker than the rest of the muzzle. And now I'm going to bring down some of that light umber just slightly onto here. I'm really liking this gradient thing I have going on with this character. So I'm going to create just this slight gradient of that main color coming into the main color. Wow, that's weird. Main as in M-A-N-E coming into the M-A-I-N color. So there we go. I created a little bit of a gradient, bringing down some of that light umber down to the main color, to the body color here on the neck. And now I'm going to also bring that down a little bit down the back, so we have some of that color down on the back, because I think that would look pretty good. So I just brought some of the brown all the way down to the tailbone, and now I'm starting to create another little gradient and just bringing it out from that midline there and just bringing it out. So there we go.